I don't know who I upset, but it seems needless to me, and I hope that person falls down a well. I hope they're stuck down there like Bart Simpson going, help me, help me. Simon aboard A-Hole here, thank you for joining me as always. And yeah, look, I'm not going to lie to you, just in case you are intrigued. I just need to rant. I just need to get this out there. So I thought, screw it, I'm just going to make a video and I'm going to do it. And also, a lot of people, nice people do ask me, they get in touch, say, Simon, what's happening with your YouTube stuff? Now, I do want to give a shout out to the completionist. Make sure you check him out, although I'm sure you already know who he is, who went out of his way to help me, and to the person at YouTube that is currently helping me. Like, both of those guys, I cannot say thank you enough. So hopefully there is light at the end of the tunnel. But I mean, I can just tell you this. The other day, we did a video about Mike Tyson because he said drinking cold water makes you fat. And I was like, that's the most incredible thing I've ever heard in my life. And it tickled me. And hey, when you're making daily content, you know, you try and get as many stories and you try and put them out there as much as possible. And in that, video, I did include a tiny clip, maybe 3-4 seconds of the Mike Tyson incident when he was on a plane. Now, it was twofold, really. If you've seen that video, you can't really tell what's going on, so you certainly couldn't call it violent. And two, I know loads of people that use this clips, loads, and I got in touch with them and nobody else got flagged. So that kind of sums up there's something weird is going on here. The point is, the Mike Tyson video got flagged, right? Where we just laughing at him drinking water, and that's kind of when I threw my toys out the pram, and I thought to myself, you know what? It is what it is, right? And the reason to tie into the title here, I'm officially done with YouTube, is that it has absolutely sunk the channel. I mean, people get in touch with me and say, Simon, have you given it up? Because I'm not getting notifications anymore. My average view rate has gone down like crazy because, again, my videos aren't being shared as much, and I can understand that, right? It stands to reason. If a company sees, and we're talking dozens here, probably like 50 plus, if a company sees dozens of flags on somebody's content, they're like, well, we probably shouldn't push this too far because he's making super offensive content and we don't want to get that out there. They're terrified, basically, of any kind of bad press, right? And I can totally understand that, but the algorithm in the system just does not work. So we have to start from scratch, is essentially what I'm saying here, or at least I have to wait until all these flags eventually do go, and hopefully YouTube can help me. And I think within 90 days, they all vanish anyway. Now, we've already moved Jim Fails over to my Patreon, patreon.com/Simon316. I cannot bring them back until we've at least had a good 6 months of no flags, just so I can see if it does affect the channel. Maybe you just don't like me anymore, which is perfectly cool. However, I did go into the analytics. And like I say, there was a 3-day period. I think I've told you this story before. I'll tell you again. There was a 3-day period when I was able to get all these flags off because YouTube admitted, oh, we have gone way too crazy here. And those 3 videos, the best 3 videos of the year, right? Apart from the odd one that sometimes falls into the algorithm. Then all the flags came back the day after that and everything crashed again. So to me, I think there's no smoke without fire. And to the people that have asked me, they said, Simon, do you think somebody is deliberately going out there after your channel? The answer is yes, I do think that now. I really, really do. Again, I'm not going to say any names because I'd rather this all just pass now. Like, again, we talked about fire. We'll talk about it again. I don't want to stoke any more fires. I really don't. I just want to focus on making content and enjoying this. And it hasn't been very enjoyable recently because you keep banging your head against the wall every time a stupid yellow flag gets put on your content. Because like, well, what did I do? I don't understand. But, if somebody is sending this stuff to YouTube, what usually happens, at least in my experience, is they will just flag it. And if you can actually get a human to watch it, they will unflag it. But trying to get a human to watch it, my gosh, it's like pulling teeth. So I don't know who I pissed off. I don't know who I upset, but it seems needless to me, and I hope that person falls down a well. I hope they're stuck down there like Bart Simpson going, help me, and nobody helps them up, but I also hope they don't break anything, and I also hope they have sustenance and food because I don't want anything bad to happen to them. See, look, I even just censored myself there. I was going to say the other thing, obviously, the end of your life, and I was like, no, I don't. It's like VAR. It's like VAR in the Premier League. If you're not aware, 2 years, 3 years now, I can't remember how long it is, football, soccer, introduce video assistant referees. And what happens is now, because we've all built up this resistance to it, somebody scores, and sometimes you don't get that initial, we scored. You get like a few minutes of people waiting going, well, is VAR going to allow it? We don't know. And that's not what I'm doing on YouTube, and I don't think that has to be the case. I think the greatest thing about the platform is you come up with ideas and you can create them and you can just throw them up there. Like if you didn't see the video earlier when we reacted to the funniest weight loss story I'd ever heard, it's just ridiculous. It was just dumb, and it's so cool you can throw it out there. If I start second-guessing myself and going, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, it does become like, well, and also the financial side. Oh my gosh, my revenue is so down. It's terrifying, to be completely honest, especially because me and my girlfriend are trying to buy a house at the moment. So that was the worst thing ever. That was proper life being life. I finally go, okay, we'll get some money together and we'll try and do this. It'll be hard, but I'm sure we can figure it out. And you kind of, budget everything, and then you lose like 85% of your revenue. You're like, oh man, that is so unfair. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of ties into why I'm doing this video now as well. I thought I'd try double uploads for a while, so sort of the early video, about 2 p.m. UK time I always aim for, will be based on fitness, and I thought I'd release another one about 7, 8, 9 p.m, depending when I can get it done, which would just be me chatting about stuff, because often things do pop up, and I think, oh, I'd like to chat about that, so I just thought I'd try it. And look, it can be an experiment, it can be a litmus test. We do it for a few weeks and nobody is watching them, or it's not really catching on, we don't have to do it. But I got to try and think outside the box in order for YouTube to like me again, is the point. But I am absolutely done with it. It absolutely exhausts me. I'm not going to stop making videos. The only time, or the only way I could ever see myself stopping making videos, if a gargantuan opportunity landed in my lap. I mean, something absolutely crazy, like a full-time contract with a AEW or WWE, or somebody offered me a movie role. So you're like, okay, I've got to focus 100% on that. Now, that's pie in the sky fairy stuff, but, you know, dream big, always believe. Why the hell not? It makes life so much more fun. But I do enjoy doing this, and I would like to get it back to where it was, because there is something very, very satisfying, if nothing else, about releasing a video, seeing that it's doing well, and then getting that instant feedback in the comments. And a lot of that, the engagement is down. Of course it is, because it's not going out to as many people. So the problem still isn't fixed. I am going to try and fix it in the sense of waiting out these 90 days, hopefully get the Mike Tyson one cleared. If not, we've got to start again. But waiting out the 90 days, getting rid of the flags, and then just trying to be not more picky and choosy with my content, but just trying to calm everything down, and then hopefully getting back to what we were doing. Because I know it was okay for like a long-ass period of time, because I did it for a long-ass period of time, and there was no problems. But I do appreciate you checking in. I do appreciate you asking. And again, Jim Fails on patreon.com/Simon316. There is a link in the description below. Anything. You can put, I think the lowest amount you can put in there is $1. If you can put less in there, put less in there. I click all patrons when I post those videos. So yeah, anything you can do is more than appreciated, as we do try and right this wrong. But you don't have to either. I'm not making this video to try and blackmail. Not the right word, but this isn't a sympathy video. Oh, please help me. No, I'll sort myself out one way or the other. I just want to let you know the gym fails are going to continue. I'm just going to have to put them in a sort of secret hideaway place, because YouTube clearly doesn't like them, and then it does have knockover effects and stuff like the Mike Tyson thing. The Mike Tyson thing absolutely would not have happened if it wasn't for all the other flags. You get it? You see? Me too. Right. Awesome. Thank you very much for that. I do hope you're having a good Tuesday. Had to remember the day there. We will be back tomorrow. I do apologize that we had 3 days off. I mean, it was a number of things. One, I felt like I had to sort this flag issue out because it was getting ridiculous. But also, two, I did have 3 days of Progress Wrestling doing their Super Strong Style tournament. Now, I meant to vlog the whole thing, and my camera broke on the first day. And I thought, you know what? I don't need the stress. So I didn't do it. But I will just say it was an awesome 72 hours, whatever the hell it was. It was a really good tournament. And with my gammy hand, not only did it make me miss wrestling, but it made me miss going to the gym. Because obviously you go to a wrestling show and you get some jack dudes and you talk about weights for a bit and you're like, oh, I really want to go back. So there you go. There's an update on my life. Did you need it? No, you've got it anyway. If you're still watching, you're an absolute king and a queen, and I love you. And of course, I'll speak to you soon. But before that, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the bell, ding, ding. So you know when other videos are going live. There will be another video on the screen. Please do give it a click. Patreon.com, we've already talked about, /Simon316. Grillerline.com/Simon. Use code Simon, get 10% off. These are supplements I use. I like them. I think they're very good. In Greg 2 Sets Power 13 Cookbook. On Cameo, if you want to shout out, at Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter. Simon@BigCartel.com for merchandise. It just all blurs into one in my head now. Let's not worry about it. Have a great day. If you're going to the gym, smash it. I believe in you, and I'll see you soon.